Jujutsu Kaisen's dark and mature tone took the anime world by storm. It was one of 3 new series which came to represent a new paradigm for shonen anime, known as the Dark Trio. Despite sprawling over multiple time skips and even a prequel movie, Jujutsu Kaisen has kept us invested in its exciting story. But with the next chapters set to draw all of these disparate story elements together, it's time to bundle up some cursed energy and try to make sense of the wild world of Jujutsu Kaisen. Welcome to Gateway to Anime. We help people find the best new anime as well as deep dive into the classics. If that sounds good, hit like and subscribe for more. Jujutsu Kaisen is a sprawling story with a complex power system. So for the sake of this recap, we'll be simplifying it down to just the essential information that you need to dive into the next chapters of the anime. This means we'll be rearranging some of the information and skipping over entire story sections if they don't seem relevant for the main plot. So comment down below if there's anything important that we missed. We're here for a recap, so we'll need to keep this brief. Whether you're completely new to Jujutsu Kaisen or just need a catch up, we've got you covered. Here's everything you need to know about JJK. Yuji Itadori is a seemingly normal high school kid who stumbles upon a mysterious object in a wooden box. This is just the kind of thing his friends in the occult club at school would love. But while they investigate the strange object, Yuji is urgently called away to the hospital where his grandfather has just passed away. Reckoning with this sudden passing at the hospital, Yuji is approached by a mysterious young man named Megumi in search of the mysterious object. Megumi explains that this object is the cursed finger of an ancient evil entity and that his friends could be killed. The two rush to the school to save them. Tampering with the cursed finger has attracted supernatural monsters, which Megumi fights off by summoning his own mysterious shadow creatures. While Yuji can't believe his eyes, the fact that he can even see these monsters and fight against them is what surprises Megumi the most. Yuji may not have any power yet, but he does possess superhuman strength. Suddenly a much larger monster appears, and they are nearly killed, till Yuji impulsively decides to swallow the cursed finger. Feeling a sudden rush of power, Yuji obliterates the monster and transforms into the ancient evil entity known as Sukuna. Thankfully, Megumi's mentor Gojo arrives and is able to battle with Sukuna until Yuji eventually regains control of his own body. But while Yuji has somehow survived this deadly encounter, his story has only just begun. He begins to learn about the hidden world of cursed energy and the sorcerers who have learned to wield it. Negative emotions such as fear, grief, and hatred are the foundation of cursed energy. Because these emotions are present in all humans, everyone has cursed energy within them. But when this energy gets past a certain threshold, it allows humans to be able to see manifestations of this cursed energy, such as cursed spirits. Cursed spirits are monsters incarnated from the buildup of cursed energy, which leaks out from regular humans. These creatures are invisible to most people, haunting them to feed off more of their cursed energy and negative emotions. But out of the few humans who actually have enough cursed energy within them to actually see these malevolent and dangerous monsters, some feel a compulsion to protect humanity from them. These warriors are known as sorcerers. Jujutsu sorcerers are part of an historical institution established to fight cursed spirits and train young sorcerers to harness their own cursed energy. By training under more experienced sorcerers, each new recruit learns to channel their cursed energy to manifest a fighting method that is completely unique to them. In the case of Megumi, he's able to summon shadow creatures called Shikigami through his cursed energy. Yuji discovers that he can channel his cursed energy into his fists for powerful punches. Joined by another sorcerer named Nobara, the three begin training to further develop their powers under the guidance of their mentor Gojo, who is the most powerful sorcerer in centuries. Back when Gojo was still training himself, his best friend and rival in terms of power was Geto. They were inseparable friends and had the utmost respect for one another, who both developed a mastery over their own curse techniques. As these two were some of the strongest young Jujutsu sorcerers in the world, their teacher, Yaga, tasked them with a critical mission. Yaga explained that the Jujutsu Sorcerer Institution is protected by a powerful barrier maintained by an ancient sorcerer known as Master Tengen. But while Master Tengen's curse technique can also keep him alive indefinitely, every 500 years he must merge with a compatible human body. They are known as the Star Plasma Vessel. Gojo and Geto meet the Star Plasma Vessel, who is a young girl named Riko. They must defend her from the Star religious group, seeking to assassinate her before she can merge with Master Tengen. Their greatest threat is a sorcerer hunter hired by the group called Toji. In a shocking twist, Toji actually succeeds and defeats them both, killing Riko and halting the ritual. Gojo appears to be fatally wounded, yet on the verge of death. He unlocks the secret of reversed cursed energy, which enables him to transcend to a godlike level of power. Gojo returns fully restored with untold new power and obliterates Toji with his newfound ability. Regretting his life choices in these final moments, Toji asks Gojo to take in his young son and train him as a sorcerer, who turns out to be Megumi. But following these events, Geto feels like a failure. As the gap in their power widens considerably, Geto also becomes isolated from Gojo. While Gojo is promoted to become a teacher within the sorcerer world and is relied on for important solo missions, Geto gets left behind and becomes disillusioned with the entire organization and world. He begins to wonder if the ongoing battle against cursed spirits can ever actually be won, or if they're just maintaining a status quo. This leads him to a new philosophy in which the only way to truly succeed is for all of humanity to become sorcerers. As sorcerers can pass down their abilities to their children, Geto decides that the best method is to preserve the purity of these sorcerer bloodlines by eradicating all regular humans. Despite trying to reason with another powerful sorcerer named Yuki Tsukumo and being confronted by Gojo, Geto has made up his mind. Gojo regrettably acknowledges that his best friend is too far gone, but cares far too much for him to kill him. He allows Geto to leave, returning to continue training Megumi and other young sorcerers at Jujutsu High. One of Gojo's newest young students is a shy young boy named Yuta Akotsu. Despite his meek appearance, Yuta is an immensely powerful young sorcerer. After his best friend Rika was tragically killed in a car accident, her soul remained bonded with Yuta and can now manifest as a cursed spirit to protect him. Yuta struggles to control the cursed Rika. However, Gojo takes him under his wing and denies the higher-ups' demand that he be executed. With the powerful Rika always with him, Yuta channels her cursed energy through a sword, supercharging his strikes. Yuta's rare bond with Rika and high power level classifies him as a special grade sorcerer, the highest ranking in the sorcerer world. Geto suddenly returns. He announces his plans for an assault on all non-sorcerers called the Night Parade of 100 Demons. Geto has also assembled his own army, taking over the remnants of the Star religious group and gathering many other curse users who share his worldview. In an epic battle where Yuta and Rika cross a new threshold of power, they manage to defeat Geto. Following his defeat, Geto escapes, till he is finally hunted down and ostensibly killed by Gojo. This battle against Geto unlocked a new power level for Rika and Yuta, but it's also allowed Rika's soul to separate from the curse itself and transcend into the afterlife. After a touching goodbye, Yuta continues his path as a special grade sorcerer and trains in wielding the powerful cursed spirit that remains after Rika's soul departs. This brings us back to Yuji, who is completely new to the sorcerer world and oblivious to much of this traumatic history. Gojo explains to his superiors how Yuji ate one of Sukuna's cursed fingers, yet is seemingly able to suppress the evil entity within him. The higher-ups immediately decide that it's too dangerous to keep him alive, yet Gojo convinces them that this might be the only chance to truly kill Sukuna, who was once known as the King of Curses. Sukuna has infused each of his severed fingers with his life force, enabling him to maintain a dormant presence which can one day reawaken. When Yuji unwittingly ate one of these fingers, his body became a vessel for Sukuna. Yet against all odds, he seems able to suppress the evil entity. If he can continue to consume all of Sukuna's fingers and repress him, they can then kill Yuji and eradicate Sukuna for good. Gojo convinces the higher-ups of the sorcerer organization to allow him to train Yuji, with the caveat that he will be killed if he ever loses control. While many in the organization remain uneasy about this decision, Yuji is allowed to live and begins training under Gojo with Megumi and Nobara. He meets a variety of other sorcerers, including their rivals at the Kyoto school. They get their chance to test their skills against each other in a tournament, with Oi Toro becoming Yuji's besto friendo.
My besto friendo!
Yuji slowly learns to wield his own cursed energy and become more in control of Sukuna. In one of his early missions, however, Yuji faces an impossible battle against a special grade curse and gives in to Sukuna's control. While he wins the battle, Sukuna turns on Megumi. This culminates in Sukuna ripping out Yuji's heart, taunting Megumi that if Yuji regains control, he will die. Sukuna also consumes a finger, increasing his dominance over Yuji's body. Despite all of this, Yuji still manages to wrestle back control of his own body. But with his heart torn out, Yuji dies and is drawn into Sukuna's domain. Here, Sukuna sits atop a mountain of skulls and convinces Yuji to make a pact, in which Sukuna can take control by using a key word. The conditions are that this can only last for 1 minute, that Sukuna can't hurt anyone during that time, and that Yuji forgets the conversation. They agree, and Yuji is revived with no memory of their pact. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that Geto appears to be alive. Yet not all is as it seems. Geto is now under the control of an ancient sorcerer named Kenjaku. The change is evident in the scarred line now across Geto's forehead. Kenjaku is using Geto's body as a vessel in his quest to dominate the world, for which he recruits a number of powerful cursed spirits as allies. Among his recruits are Jogo, born from the fear of volcanoes; Hanami, born from the fear of natural disasters; Choso, a half-human that manipulates his own blood as a weapon; and the sadistic Mahito, who can use an ability called idle transfiguration to reshape his own body as well as other human souls by making physical contact. Each of these curses have had violent encounters with Gojo or Yuji and are unified by their thirst for vengeance, with Yuji and Mahito sharing a particular hatred for one another. Their goal is to wage war with the sorcerer world and end the age of humans. In order to achieve this, they have two main strategies: getting Sukuna to join them by restoring him to his full form, and sealing away Gojo in the prison realm, as he is the only sorcerer powerful enough to fully stop them. This strategy, devised by Kenjaku, also serves their personal desires for vengeance, with Yuji and Gojo being their primary targets. They begin laying out plans for a terror attack on the densely populated Shibuya in Tokyo. They schedule their attack for October 31st, the night of Halloween, for which Shibuya is famously popular. With so many civilian lives at stake, this assault will draw out both Gojo and Yuji. Once they lure them down into Shibuya train station, they plan to seal Gojo within the prison realm and feed Yuji more of Sukuna's fingers in the hope that Sukuna will take full control and join them. date that was foretold, October 31st arrives and a 400-meter Jujutsu barrier is lowered over Shibuya, trapping the non-sorcerer Halloween revelers within. Numerous Jujutsu sorcerers are dispatched to the perimeter of the barrier, and Gojo confidently enters within. Yuji follows, eager to settle the score with Mahito in particular after their earlier encounters. Gojo descends deep into the underground train platforms and ends up facing Jogo, Inami, and Choso. Gojo proceeds to take them on all at once, restraining his own power as they use innocent civilians as shields. The fight continues until Gojo is suddenly stunned by the arrival of Geto. Seeing his former best friend alive, after having killed him with his very own hands just a year before, Gojo lapses in concentration for just a moment. This is all that they need. Geto activates the prison realm, and Gojo is sealed. Across the rest of Shibuya, multiple epic battles play out, leading to many characters' deaths. During one of these battles, a curse user with the power of necromancy manages to resurrect none other than Toji, but such is his immense power that Toji breaks free of the necromancer's control and kills her. This leads to Toji being the ultimate chaotic neutral, running around Shibuya attacking whoever he considers to be strong. This continues until he finally encounters his own son, Megumi. Realizing that Gojo went through with his request and saved his son, Toji ends his own killing spree by stabbing himself in the head, this time dying with a sense of satisfaction. Amidst the chaos, Yuji encounters Choso, who defeats Yuji and leaves him unconscious in a public bathroom. He doesn't kill him though, because before he goes to do so, he has a strange epiphany where he somehow considers Yuji to be his brother. Here, Yuji is discovered by Jogo, and he is force-fed a horde of Sukuna's fingers. This causes Sukuna to take over Yuji's body. Jogo implores Sukuna to make a binding vow that will let him take over Yuji's body permanently. But much to his surprise, Sukuna refuses, saying he has his own plans. He then challenges Jogo to lay a single blow on him. If he does so, Sukuna will agree to work with him. This leads to an epic battle between Sukuna and Jogo that destroys a huge amount of Shibuya and causes severe collateral damage. Upon defeating Jogo, Sukuna comes face to face with a curse user called Urame, who Sukuna recognizes as one of his servants from over 1,000 years ago. He commands her to continue the preparation for when he is truly free, but is suddenly drawn away after sensing the emergence of another powerful dark entity. After battling his own father and nearly dying at the hand of an enemy named Shigamo, Megumi is forced to use his curse technique to summon the most powerful of the Shikigami. This raging entity is named Mahoraga, who immediately breaks free of Megumi's control. Sukuna arrives to face off against Mahoraga, causing even more wanton destruction than his battle with Jogo. So much so that Sukuna is forced to use his domain expansion to defeat Mahoraga. In the aftermath of this battle, Yuji awakens and observes all the calamity that Sukuna has wrought through him. He vomits and screams, blaming himself for the destruction and the risk they all took by keeping him alive. Mahito goes on a destructive killing spree, leading to the death of both Nobara and the powerful Nanami, who's been serving as one of Yuji's mentor figures. Discovering this sends Yuji into a rage. They engage in a fierce battle, with Yuji's best friendo, Todo, joining the fight. Despite Todo losing an arm, they eventually gain the upper hand against Mahito, who flees in terror. Mahito is discovered by Geto, still possessed by his ally Kenjaku. However, rather than helping him, Kenjaku uses Geto's ability to absorb Mahito and his powers. He informs Mahito that he and the other cursors were nothing more than a pawn in his elaborate chess game. Yuji attacks Kenjaku, reinforced by more Jujutsu sorcerers, and even Choso, who recognizes Kenjaku as the orchestrator of the torment that he and his siblings experienced when they were made as Cursed Womb's death paintings. Despite joining forces, Kenjaku repels them easily. They're saved by the late arrival of the last special grade sorcerer named Yuki Tsukumo. Yuki tries to get through to Geto, who she spoke to 12 years prior while he was turning away from the ways of sorcerers. She believes humans can be saved by detaching themselves from cursed energy. But Kenjaku argues that evolution can only come from optimizing cursed energy. Kenjaku then fulfills the plan that he has been orchestrating for centuries. He had previously handpicked a selection of non-sorcerers across Japan, who all had the potential to become sorcerers. He left them with a special mark, which he is now able to remotely activate using the power he inherited from absorbing Mahito. This causes these marked regular people to transform into powerful sorcerers from all throughout history, now unleashed to kill one another in a battle royale known as the Culling Games. Kenjaku then summons a horde of cursed spirits, taunting Yuji by showing him the prison realm that has trapped Gojo. As he escapes, Kenjaku proclaims the return of the Heian era, the golden age of Jujutsu sorcery. In the aftermath of the Shibuya Incident, the city is decimated by destruction and over 10 million curses have been released. This devastation forces the sorcerers to reveal the secrets of their hidden world to the general public. The sorcerer higher-ups also implicate Gojo in the attack, blaming him for his reckless attitude and his decisions to allow Geto and Yuji to live despite their danger. Any action taken to try and unseal Gojo from the prison realm will now be considered a criminal act. Finally, the sorcerer higher-ups decide that Yuji can no longer be permitted to live. With Gojo sealed away and Sukuna responsible for mass destruction and casualties during the Shibuya Incident, they order Yuji's immediate execution. The sorcerer tasked with hunting down and killing Yuji is none other than Yuta. Which leads us into the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen. The story continues with the Culling Games, in which the newly awakened sorcerers will participate in Kenjaku's battle royale. Yuji is on the run from Yuta, with the protagonist of the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie hunting down the protagonist from the series. All this is set to the backdrop of the immense destruction wrought by Kenjaku, with millions of curses unleashed in what he considers the golden age of Jujutsu sorcery. If you want even more Jujutsu Kaisen, hit subscribe and don't miss out on our JJK Deep Dive podcast, which will be coming out soon. We also did one before season 2, which you can watch right now. On Patreon, we have exclusive videos like anime voice actor interviews, behind the scenes content, and early releases. If you want more from Gateway to Anime, or you want to help us make more videos like this, Patreon is the best way to support us.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.